Congressman Reed, I'll start with you. What do you think this means with this new Congress coming in? There's been a lot of conjecture that the problem solvers and bipartisanship is really going to be back in vogue. You think that's the case?
I think absolutely there's an opportunity here to get things done for the American people, and it's all about votes. And with a tighter majority in the U.S. House of Representatives, the 50 of us in the Problem Solvers Caucus can really influence the agenda to get to 218 votes in the House. And working with guys like Josh Gottheimer leading on the Democratic side, we've already demonstrated when we vote as a block. You got to remember that. And as a group of members that are committed to pragmatic governing, this is an opportunity for us to get things done like we've never seen before in my tenure in Congress for the last 10 years.
So, Congressman Gottheimer, what's at the top of your priorities list? I'm guessing stimulus. What does that stimulus look like?
Well, as you know, Becky, we've been working for months now to get folks back to the table and get a deal done. It seems that the president and Senator McConnell and the speaker have all said they want to get back to the table during lame duck, which is right now. And we really, really believe it's time to get back and get something done. We need help, obviously, with unemployment. We've got to help with families really hurting right now going into the winter. Small businesses are in really deep trouble all over the country with caseloads going up and with the flu season coming. And I know in New Jersey here, we did another shutdown for early curfew for our restaurants who are in real trouble. You've got schools that need help and obviously the food insecure. So we need help with WIC and SNAP. There's so many places with our state and local governments that need some support too. There's so many places that need help right now for us to get through this and get to the vaccine, which obviously is very good news yesterday.
Congressman Reed, does the stimulus, though, look more like the $2.8 trillion, $2.2 trillion, $500 billion stimulus? So those are different plans that were out there. What does the plan have to have in order for you to get your caucus behind it?
I think, obviously, you're dealing with the same dynamics that we had prior to the election. And if we're going to get it in lame duck, I think you're looking at a smaller deal that is going to be very targeted on areas like the airline industry, like the restaurant industry, like small business, those areas that are really hurting right now if it has any chance to get through. Because you got to get 60 votes in the Senate, you got to get 218 votes in the House and have a president, and President Trump has to sign this. So I think that's kind of the contours of a deal that's realistic in lame duck session. And then if these guys want more, I think you're going to be looking at after the new administration coming in as to any additional relief down the road. But right now, the good news is we've got vaccine coming. And right now we should be targeting what can we agree upon. And that's where more along the lines of the mini deal, if you would, as a more targeted relief package, in my humble opinion, because it's all about 218 and 60. You're all about numbers in your world. Our numbers are 60 votes in the Senate, 218 in the House. And now in the Problem Solvers Caucus, we're going to have a great amount of influence over the 218 votes in the House.
Hey, Congressman Gottheimer, it's good to see you as a proud New Jersey type. I always enjoy talking to you. And I'm just wondering if are you kind of like swaggering around the Capitol now that it seems like a lot of the House has come around to sort of your, I would say, level of progressivism, if you would. And just with what we've seen, you lost some seats, didn't go as well. I heard there were some cantankerous conference calls with Speaker Pelosi. I even saw Representative Ocasio-Cortez saying, you know what, I may just leave because you're blaming me so much for all this stuff that I may just get out of here. I'd maybe go work on cable. I don't know what she's thinking. But did you see Manchin yesterday? Manchin is from West Virginia. He basically said, I'm not going for packing the court. I'm telling you right now, I won't vote for that. I will not vote for getting rid of the filibuster, almost making some of the stuff in Georgia moot, Congressman. So, I mean, what kind of, do you think we can put some of that to rest, defunding the police, some of these really radical ideas that maybe hurt the Democratic Party? Are those going to be not talked about nearly as much?
Well, as you know, I'm for pragmatic solutions, and we've talked a lot about those. And I think right now, as Tom Reed was just saying, who does an incredible job as co-chair, you know, there's so much we can get done if we're willing to actually talk to each other and work together. And now with these slim majorities, there's no choice but to focus on bipartisanship. And obviously, the president-elect, as you know, has made it clear that he wants to unite the country. And that's going to mean that Democrats and Republicans are going to have to work together if we want to get anything done. And that's COVID, it's infrastructure. There's a real opportunity now to come together. The question is, will we squander it or do something about it? Obviously, the Problem Solvers Caucus believes it's time to do something about it. So I think the only swagger we should all focus on is us all coming together and getting something done. Come on, man.
You haven't got nearly enough. Don't you think PR-wise that the House should de-emphasize the squad? All I hear about is the squad. I hear more of Josh. Huh?
If you keep talking about it, that's what's going to happen. I think we should all be talking about problem solving and working together.
Oh,
and that's
all right.
Congress is about working together.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.